Hello, and
Welcome.
welcome to
Alternate
Fucking
Casuals.
What makes you
fucking
casual?
it don't matter.
What you know,
Fucking
All right. Ultimate fucking casuals. We are back to talk the fights, joined by the homies Nathan, Isaac. How goes it?
It's going well, man. Hot as hell, but it's going well.
Yeah, summer's in full swing finally. It seems like we got a reprieve this year for a little bit, but no more. We're out here sweating it.
You know who didn't get a reprieve? The U.S. men's national team. Got fucking smoked.
Big ass.
Yeah, what was the drama about the one player, Balogun? I wasn't keeping up with
so
it.
he got a red card in the previous game, and when you get a red card, it takes you out of that match and also the next one. And pretty much everyone agreed that should have been a yellow card. Like, a red card is supposed to be an intentional, like, shoulder check or,
Spikes.
taking someone's legs out, and it wasn't really that. And so that's what happened. And then Big Don, Mr. Trump, made the call to to get it revoked, but it didn't end up mattering. They got splattered by Belgium anyway.
Man.
Yeah, they did well up until then, but yeah, Belgium was just like a step too much.
And
But you
even
could tell they fit.
Go on.
Go ahead. I was gonna say you could tell they were playing with the pressure of the moment, because like, they've made the quarters before, but they've never won more than 2 knockout stage rounds like in their history, and they were playing scared. Like, if you compare it to how they played in the group stage or even the game before, like, way more timid, just kind of standing around on defense. Like, you could tell, like, no one wanted to, like, make a mistake, and Belgium came to win. So
That was the thing that I recall hearing, is that as far as like European teams or European national teams go, Belgium is kind of second rate, and like we're still not getting over the hump.
But they used to be a lot better. I mean, a lot of their players are older now. But I mean, I'd say they're still they're like at the bottom of the top tier, I would say. Like, they're better than like Algeria and stuff, like Saudi Arabia. But I mean, they are. I would still say they're sort of like top class, just like at the lower end.
Not quite as fun of a knockout as Mexico's against England. That was a little bit more scrappy.
That was a bit crazy, yeah.
yeah, that was like one of the better games I've ever watched. That was the same. That was the same day as the Argentina game, wasn't it? When they had to come back again, and that was the day before, I guess, when they came back versus Egypt.
Yeah, that was yesterday. That was yesterday. I'm having trouble. I'm still a bit pissed about that game, but yeah, rip Mexico as well. It's a tough game.
The acronym has been funny: Canada, United States, Mexico. The tri-hosts.
Yeah.
So yeah, the cum has been wiped out.
Yeah, rip.
Yep.
Rip all the host names. We all got knocked out in the same round.
Let's get into a little bit of boxing here, because this fight was way too good to not talk about. Jaron Ennis knocks out Xander Zayas in the 7th to claim 2 of the 4 major titles. What a display from Jaron Ennis. And then Xander Zayas found some heart, found some dog in like the 3rd or 4th round, and almost had Ennis out of there. And I did not see that coming. I don't know. What did you guys think of
Yeah, dude, I was like you. Like, the first 2 rounds. I mean, what was it? Because Boots dropped some pretty quickly into the fight. yeah, like you said, man, Zayas, I think it was in that third round. He was landing some clean shots on Boots. I mean, there was that one, I think the one where like the crowd and everyone that was watching was like, it was like an oh shit moment was on Zayas. He pops up this like power jab and Boots' neck like snaps way back. And like Boots has to take like 2 steps back. I mean, he looked like visibly stunned. It was wild, man. For that, I mean, like after that, Boots sort of regained control, and he went on to like a devastating uppercut later on in the fight where he dropped Zayas, and then just through accumulation, he ends up getting Zayas out of there. But man, Zayas, he showed some serious heart. And as far as Boots goes, man, that dude's he's a demon, bro. We have now a reference point for his chin. Man, he's got some dog in him too. Because in that third round, he was definitely a little bit stunned.
He looked in trouble.
But yeah, he definitely showed out, man. Very talented dude. The potential fights with Virgil Ortiz and Fedora, man, those are must watch if they get made.
Yeah, I was really impressed by Zayas actually being one of the rare Boots opponents to actually dig deep, because he really, like, the fight looked just about, over at the end of round 2. Boots had completely controlled the pace. He'd already been knocked down. And, I mean, man, he really just decided, like, yeah, if I'm going to go out swinging if I'm going out. And no one ever does that against Boots. So, really unexpected, but, I mean, a really awesome fight. And it does kind of take a little bit of the immortality off of Boots' aura. Not that, like, I don't think people ever thought he was totally unbeatable, but just from, like, my perspective, I'm like, when we were just talking about this, like, who's even his competition here in his weight class? Like, he kind of just ran out of, Crawford retired, and he took Spence with him. He kind of lost his marquee opponent, but, this fight has shown now, hey, look, he can actually get hurt. And when he does get hurt, he, like, bites down his mouthpiece as well. He's got that grit too. So, I mean, really fun fight. I think both guys walk away looking better for it, for sure.
I think I have an idea of how Isaac might respond, but Virgil was pretty adamant that if that had been me, I would have had him out, like in the third round, the way that Zayas had Boots rocked. I'm not entirely certain I agree with it. Boots has shown in the past when he faces dangerous fighters like Royman Villa, he's not skill wise, he's like a club level talent. Sorry, Royman, it's just how it is. But like his power is like next level, and Boots played that one smart, really sharp. Didn't really mix it up in the pocket when he didn't have to, and I don't know if Virgil has what it takes to get to Boots.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm a Virgil mega fan. Everyone knows this. And what I think is like the biggest thing we learned here is like we have a reference point for like what Boots' chin can handle. Like Zayas isn't really known for his power, but he was able to stun Boots. And like what I think, if Virgil can get to that point where he has Boots stunned like Zayas had him stunned, I think Virgil's a much better finisher than Zayas is. And I think in that moment in time, Virgil would have gotten him out of there. But like you said, it's a matter of, Boots is going to definitely fight differently against Virgil. And the question just becomes, can Virgil get him to that point? Can he land that shot that stuns him? Because Boots isn't just going to like sit there and let Virgil tee away on him. Also, like, Boots himself, I think he has the potential to get Virgil out of there as well. I mean, we've seen Virgil hurt a few times as well. So yeah, but I think for like these questions alone, like that fight has got to be made soon. It's got to be.
Yeah, I don't think we have the luxury of. We shouldn't try to make a case of marinating on this one.
Yeah, it's marinated long enough. Like it's
Yeah.
time to make it.
But that's all the boxing talk for today. If you want to hear more boxing B-sides, wherever you're listening to this, check us out over there as well. Now the news section is a little short. We do have a lot of fights to get to, but I did come across some rankings that I thought were kind of interesting. The first one being all of the MMA organizations in the world. This is by Bugun MMA. It's an Uzbeki outlet. But they have UFC, ONE, PFL, ACA, and Ryzen as their top 5. Have you guys ever seen an ACA event?
ACA, no. I may have seen clips of it, but I've never even heard of that.
It's Russian.
Heard of that. Some of these other ones I've heard of, like Ryzen, KSW. Like, yeah. But ACA, that seems like some, I don't know. Maybe it's like Uzbekistan outlet has connections to ACA and they put it in there.
Yeah, I imagine a lot of Uzbeki fighters end up in the Russian
Mhm.
organizations. I thought it was interesting. Would you guys rate ONE above PFL? Like in terms of not necessarily
yeah.
size, but like impact?
Oh, I definitely
Yeah,
think
so-
it's a more entertaining product, at least.
That and like in Asia, they dominate. I feel like you sort of have to. They control that market. PFL lately has been not that good. Like they have a few fighters that are names, like in the MMA world, but it's definitely lost a little bit of steam as of late.
And I'm wondering if Ryzen. I don't know enough about ACA to say, but I would say that we're pretty in the weeds, and I don't think we've ever talked about ACA before. And to have Ryzen below that, I don't know. I don't know if I can handle keeping up with another org. I thought these rankings were kind of interesting. Another one. CBS combat sports writer Brent Brookhouse puts out a top 25 all-time American fighters in UFC history. And I wanted to get your guys' take on it. Number 1 is Demetrius Johnson, John Jones, Randy Couture, Matt Hughes, and Frank Shamrock to round out the top 5.
Yeah, see that's going back. At least some of those like before my time. But DJ's up there like as one of the best MMA fighters, like period. Like not just American. So he's definitely up there. But when it comes to like the Frank Shamrock and the others, yeah, those were a little bit before my time. But I guess they were like, if we're talking about like founding fathers, they definitely got to be up there, I guess.
Yeah, I would have probably agreed with that list. Definitely, John Jones fans won't like this, but DJ's got to be over John just purely for the fact that there was no steroid use. And you look at at least what we know of, I guess DJ could have been on drugs and just hit it better. But the longevity too, where Jones's career really ended at light heavyweight, and he just had the 2 heavyweights fights that were spread way out, versus DJ, like he went and fought in another organization when his time at the UFC ran out, and like that means a lot, at least in my opinion it does.
He pretty much ran the table over there too.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey makes the list at number 6. DC, Stipe, Dominic Cruz, and Max Holloway finishes up the top 10. Don't want to go through all of them, but there's just some interesting shouts. Chuck Liddell at 11.
Honestly, now that Gaethje actually like reached like championship status, like I know he's got his fair share of losses, but I feel like I don't know. I'd have to sit down and I guess look up the rest of the names, but he's got to be up there, surely.
He's at 21.
Like, yeah, massive upset against someone like Taporia.
Chuck Liddell at 11, and then Tito Ortiz at 24. Aren't those two like forever linked with each other?
Yeah, they had a whole like trilogy.
And then Aljo at 25. That was, I don't know, it seems kind of out of place.
That could be a little hey, I gotta have someone from a newer generation that people will recognize kind of pick.
But yeah, I thought it was an interesting list. I was mostly curious how you guys were going to take the DJ over John Jones. But like you said, Nathan, the PED use is pretty much the seller for me. One Samurai number 4. The headline will be Jonathan Haggerty versus Hiroki Akimoto for the, I think, bantamweight kickboxing title. And that's going to be sometime in August. And last bit, have you ever heard of Shamrock?
Shamrock, nah.
He signed with PFL, and people were making a big deal about it online.
Heard that name, but I couldn't. The Shem Show.
That's all I got, though. Keeping it light. A lot of cards to get to. So, let's proceed really quickly. Social media stuff, LVX Media Net. You can follow us on fucking whatever. Wherever you are listening, if you could hit us with a rating, it really helps move us up the search algorithm. And if you want ad-free and a little behind the scenes, go to patreon.com/LVXMediaNet. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. After spending 6 years in the military and throughout my life since, I've tried my fair share of energy drinks. All the different brands, all the different flavors, and it took some time to find a favorite. But if you're looking for an alternative to the energy drink jitters and skipping the morning trip to the coffee shop, then you need to try Dubby. Dubby is a powdered energy drink that replaces other caffeine beverages. It contains 0 maltodextrin, 0 fillers, 0 artificial colors or dyes, and no proprietary blends. The star of the show is the coffee fruit extract, which helps with focus without the jitters or crash. Go to lvx.be/dubby and check out all the different flavors. I got Tiger's Blood. It's like a strawberry coconut kind of mix, but I'm definitely going to be sampling the catalog to find the flavor that I like best. We've partnered with Dubby to get that locked in feeling that helps us focus on what we do best. Whether you're getting dialed in for work or getting dialed in for Saturday night fights, let Dubby be your fuel. Go to lvx.be/dubby to shop the flavors, get yourself a nice discount, and help us out in the process. That's lvx.be/dubby. Think about everything you've done online today. Your private emails, your bank logins, photos that you've backed up, and every site that you visited. Now think about how many companies are quietly watching, logging, and selling that information to the highest bidder. In the modern world, your digital footprint is being tracked at every turn. It's time to take back your privacy with the Proton Suite. Most companies offer a single tool and call it security, but Proton is different. It's a complete privacy-centric ecosystem designed to build a fortress around your digital life while having a suite of tools that all work together to ease your digital life. With one subscription, you get a lightning-fast VPN to mask your location, fully encrypted cloud storage for your most important data, and a secure email service that keeps your conversations private. There's also a high-end password manager to ensure you never have to reuse a weak password again. Everything is protected with zero-knowledge encryption, which means only you have the keys. Not even Proton can see what's inside your stuff. Stop being the product and start being the owner of your data. Go to lvx.be/proton and get your first month free when you sign up with our link. lvx.be/proton. All right. Friday, June 26th, we start with One Friday Fights 160. Just gonna breeze past this one so we could get to Baku, which is what I'm sure everyone's here for. In the inner circle, the co-main Nong O gets a UD over Kong Torani, and Asadullah Imangazaliev split decision over Aslamjon Ortikov. And in the main portion, co-main Yorkumpon stops Semisa Chindir and in the second, and Numsarin UD over Sangchai Noi. One Fight Night 44 later in the day. Not the most entertaining one card I've seen, but starting us off, it had Paul Elliott KO1 over Reagan Upshaw. It was a heavyweight MMA fight. It was scrappy while it lasted, but it was a pretty explosive knockout. And the co-main, Lucas Gabriel, split decision over Ok Rae Yoon, and George Jarvis stops Rung Rawi in the second, in the main event. Good times were had by all. Saturday, June 27th. PFL San Diego. Get this one out of the way really quick. A lot of submissions in the prelims. It was pretty cool. Ariana Lipsky gets retired with a quick submission by Jenna Bishop. RIP. In the main portion, the co-main, Liz Carmouche, submits Vivian Arahu in the second. Wait, Rajo. She's Brazilian. And AJ McKee, UD over Salamat Izbulayev.
He's on a win streak now, right, McKee?
Yeah.
Like 3, 4 fights, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he's on a little bit of a run right now.
Some better names, but yeah, something to watch.
And UFC Baku. From the bottom up, stop me if you need to. Tahir Abdullayev stops Jefferson Nascimento in the third to open it up. John Matsumoto, UD over Beksat Almakan. Daniil Donchenko stops Andreas Gustafsson. I think he retires him. But Daniil's on a little bit of a run as well. Khan Ofli submits Javier Reyes in the first. Nursultan Ruziboyev submits Andrei Pulayev in the first. Abdul Rahman Yakyayev stops Julius Walker in the first. Fucking explosive KO. And capping off the prelims, Farman Hasanov, UD over Eric Nolan. All right, into the main portion. Abus Magomedov submits Mikhail Alexajuk in the first.
Rip. Dude, rip Fighting Nerds. The one Polish student of Fighting Nerds. Dude, he got dismantled.
Yeah.
Like, this was, like, not even close. Abus Magomedov, he dismantled him. He got a really nice submission, too, right?
Yes. Flashy.
Yeah. It was a very good fight. I mean, the commentators were hyped. The crowd was super hyped. Yeah, this was, complete dismantle. And, like, Alexeychuk, he's not a bum. Like, he's looked pretty good in his previous fights. Normally, he's in a war. At least in his past fights he has been. But man, this fight, he looked lost, like he didn't know what was going on. And yeah, I mean, just immediately he was out of there.
Ikram Aliskerov, UD over Bruno Ferreira. This one was kind of funny. Asu Almabayev submits Charles Johnson with a weird leg stretch
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, this was crazy. A rare submission. Yeah, I mean, just completely had his leg like bent backwards down to his face. Looked insanely painful, and forced to tap. And then Charles Johnson continues his streak. It's not like completed another rotation where he like wins one, loses one. This time he was due a loss, and indeed he did.
Man, for all that shit he was talking about how he beat Joshua Van, he should be fighting in the top 10, and then here you go, here's the top 10 opponent.
Yeah, that that Van victory is really weird too, because he knocked him out. Like he beat him pretty badly. But yeah, I mean, he does have that win, but it seems like he just can't get back. Or he can't maintain like an elite performance in his fights. But yeah, this definitely sets him back. And like Almabayev is good. This isn't like a terrible loss to have, but it's not a good look whenever you're saying you're gonna beat the champion.
Mateus Camilo stops Nazim Sadikov. They didn't. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what it was, but the stoppage didn't feel. I remember watching it not feeling like that great, or not agreeing with it.
Yeah, remember it was not. It's not that. I honestly thought Sadikov was gonna win, but it was over pretty quickly too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird fight.
Shara Magomedov, UD over Michel Pereira. Good scrap.
Got
a good fight.
Shara is like he won, but like kind of also put on fraud watch at the same time, because like how are you getting knocked down by Michel Pereira at this point?
Yeah, I mean, he got knocked down pretty bad as well in that first round, like almost immediately. Where like the first round was essentially a throwaway. He spent most of the round like on his back, insanely hurt. And Pereira, yeah, I mean, this dude's moving up from welterweight. He's been at middleweight now for I think like 2 fights or something like that, 2 or 3 fights. I thought Pereira was gonna lose like somewhat convincingly, especially like on the feet. And I mean, he came out and immediately dropped a bullet, and I was like, oh, this is like, like you said, Nathan, just Shar is going to be shown to be a fraud. And then, I mean, he ended up like surviving, clawing back, and ends up winning a decision. But yeah, I don't know if like him winning, like that, it doesn't really impress me, especially like considering who the opponent was, and how the fight played out. Yeah, it was a weird fight.
Also one where Shara was basically cheating to get back in the fight. He had multiple eye pokes on Michelle, and Herb was just content to warn him and not take away any points.
Yeah, dude, he was pulling his hair, and like, what's it called? I think Herb Dean at one point, like, he says like, I've seen you do it 3 times. If you do it one more time, I'm gonna take a point. It's like, oh, okay. So like a fighter is just allowed like a certain allotment of fouls you can have in a fight before a point is taken. Like, I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous, and the fact that it's Herb Dean again is insanely hilarious.
Herb Dean. Is anything going to happen? Like a lot of people have been raising questions. Fighters, I mean, have been like calling out some of his questionable performances. Is anything going to happen? Is there a formal
Probably
process
not.
for that?
I mean, like some of the fighters, maybe saw Alex Pereira. He filed like an appeal, but I mean, it's similar to boxing where like those appeals or like those complaints, they pretty much like never return anything like fruitful for the fighter. Um, I'm assuming if it continues or if there's something like truly egregious, like fan outrage, maybe there's something, but I sort of doubt it.
I think the only way this gets better is I know I saw some clips of Dana White talking about renegotiating with Trevor Whitman on his gloves because his glove design, it allows you to still grapple, but it curls. It forces you to kind of curl your fingers inward to kind of into like a gripping. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what posture, I suppose. And I mean, bar that, I mean, it doesn't seem like they have any desire to like change how officiating works or anything like that. We're going to keep getting calls like this, and I don't know. To me, it just feels like the only thing that's going to change this is if they change the gloves again and move to something that makes eye poking significantly harder. See if I can drop a picture of that into the group chat.
Like, as long as we've been doing this, that's I've been watching one PFL, UFC, the occasional like regional promo, and eye pokes are only a problem in UFC. It's really,
Yeah, I mean,
really strange.
we've had a bunch of times where like we're talking about, I mean, and even like in some big fights where eye pokes are having like an actual effect on the result of the fight. I mean, one of the biggest ones, probably like the Tom Aspinall fight, where I mean, literally the fight ended because of that. And I mean, Aspinall until this point has been out, multiple surgeries in the eye. Yeah, I mean, at some point, something is gonna have to be done. I would imagine, but yeah, Dana White did say that they did not want to invest that much money into adopting Trevor Whitman's gloves.
Lame.
And part of it's frustrating too, because you'll have guys. I mean, Cyril Gahn does this, where after he finishes a strike, he just sticks his outstretched hand, fingers just fully extended out, and it's like, I don't know how you police that behavior. I mean, other than like actually deducting points when an eye poke happens, whether it was intentional or not. But like, if you take a stance like that, then like you can't step towards your opponent, right? Because even like in boxing, I mean, you can, do it Golovkin style and just headbutt the jab in order to get your way inside. But if you got fingers outstretched, you're gonna take fingernails to the eye socket, and then you're gonna be blind. So I mean, yeah, it really either comes down to them getting better gloves or actually enforcing their rules, and it doesn't seem like they want to do the latter.
Yeah, I saw something online about like someone was mentioning that referees should start taking points if even like if an eye poke doesn't happen, but if like a fighter has like their fingers outwards, like sticking outwards directly towards their opponent, because like I mean they're allowed to have their fingers like straight up, but they're not supposed to be directly out. But I mean that seems like maybe a little bit the extreme. The gloves definitely seem to be like the best middle ground where like you're adopting technology to limit the amount of eye pokes that happen, and that, or I guess like you said, Nathan, just immediately take a point if an eye poke happens.
It's like Shara, whatever happened in this one, typically keeps his fists very tightly closed. And like I've noticed that fighters that do that don't have this issue, typically. Main event: Rafael Fiziev stops Manuel Torres in 2.
A really good fight. First round was tremendous. A lot of back and forth. You could definitely see like Fiziev is definitely like a more polished striker. And man, his kicks, we saw him in that second round. He throws this high kick. I mean, it was pretty crazy seeing the slow-mo because Torres like actually blocks the kick with his right hand. But like the impact that goes through his hand is enough to stun him. And then Fiziev just, I mean, finishes him viciously. Yeah, I mean, a great performance to have, especially at home for Fiziev. And, you know, we were talking about how, you know, his losses have aged well recently, especially the two losses he has to Gaethje, where, I mean, he had wars with Gaethje. It wasn't like he got blown out of the water. But yeah, this was a great performance for him.
Yeah, and kind of like we were saying, you know, Fiziev, he only gets tough touches, but like, man, when he fights someone that's, you know, just a little bit lower than them, he really styles. I mean, he proves like he is levels above a lot of guys in this division. He just, I don't know if he just can't get, I don't want to say he can't get it done. He just hasn't got it done yet against the elites. But I mean, he clearly has elite attributes when you see a fight like this.
Yeah, his striking is, I mean, we saw in the Gaethje fight, his striking is a challenge to get through. Gamrot was able to beat him because of the grappling. But if you're standing with this dude, I mean, you're in for a tough night. Like, it's going to be a hard fight if you're just trying to, you know, stand and bang with him.
What's next for Fiziev?
After that performance, I mean, he's definitely, I mean, that was an electrifying performance. He got the knockout. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to go up the rankings. I'm not sure how far. Let me see. Hold on.
It's number 13 now.
Let's look at this. Lightweight. Okay.
He was not ranked before this. Oh, I guess he was not ranked in the. This is the meta UFC rankings.
Yeah, the AI shit. He was 11th
Yeah,
before they did that.
Actually, yeah, in the meta rankings, he's still not even. Oh wait, no.
13.
Yeah, he just entered at 13.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he's number 10. He's number 10 on the AI. Or is it the media ones? I'm confused now.
10 in the media, 13 in the AI one.
Yes, okay.
I mean, let's see here. He's fought Gamrot already, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think that was a fight he got injured in too. Like his knee ended up, something popped in his knee, I think.
Maybe they do
he
that
was
one
losing-
again.
Yeah, that or Hooker. I mean, that would be a fun fight, right? Have they
Yeah,
done
that would be
before?
a
I don't think they
phenomenal
have.
fight.
Fiziev Hooker. I mean, it's up the rankings for Fiziev as well, so I mean, you're moving in the right direction. Moicano, I guess maybe. Quinlan Salkill, do you think they do that matchup?
That would
Like,
be cruel.
A little bit too young for Salkill, yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I was
man.
actually thinking for Fiziev. I mean, Salkid looks legit, and if you talk about not giving poor Fiziev anything easy, I mean, Salkid's not easy.
Ryush?
Oh, that would be cruel to Dariush,
That's
but that would
not
be
that,
that.
man.
If we want to do a soft touch for Fiziev, that's what it would be.
Yeah, honestly, I like Dan Hooker the most. I think it's up in the rankings. It would be a fun fight. And you could slot that in as a co-main or on a main card, and you're guaranteed at least one good fight on the main card. Yeah, I think that would be my choice if I was a matchmaker.
Oh, I see where you guys are switching the rankings. The little button on the page.
Yeah.
Well, Fiziev is, as we've established, doesn't have time for soft touches.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be something
Amazing.
challenging.
He's been fighting demons. pretty much all throughout his career. We'll see what they give him next.
That's it though for Baku. What does Magomedov do? Shara Magomedov, what does he do from here? Because not the best outing. Still gets the win.
I mean, I think it's. I mean, he can be in some fun fights, but like the title hopes. I mean, they were probably already dead before this, but I mean, they're already in the grave after this fight. Like at this point, his career is just not going to be what fun matches can we do.
Well, they could do Bo Nickel. It'd be kind of cool.
Oh man, that's a feeding if I've ever seen it, because I mean, he's got like some takedown defense, but nowhere near on the level of Bo Nickel. But I mean, I guess if you look at it from the other direction, yeah, it'd definitely be a name that they can build Bo Nickel off of. Yeah, I mean, I could see them doing that, to be honest, because it's like a somewhat easy fight for Bo Nickel. I mean, on the feet, it'd definitely be dangerous, but I gotta imagine Bo's is able to take him down pretty easily. But yeah, either that or I don't know, some other like fan-friendly matches. Seemingly, that's what they've been doing with him, like just sticking him on these like Arab cards, where it's just like fun matchups, like at least on paper, fun matchups.
Anything more for Baku before we roll on?
Go card.
All right. If you want to join us in the chat, we usually get together on fight nights. Even numbered events for sure. Major events often. There's people that are like ONE FC devotees in Discord, lvx.be/discord. What are your spicy takes? 833-589-7637. Hit me up in WhatsApp. That's the easiest way. And yeah, let me know what you thought of fucking AJ McKee. 833 LuxPods. And last bit, the calendar, luxmedia.net/MMA. I try to keep it up to date. I include of the organizations that we talked about earlier. I think of the top 5, the only one I don't keep up with is ACA. So, ONE FC, PFL, UFC, of course, and Ryzen. But yeah, check that out. And that's it. Is there anything worse than that nagging suspicion that you clicked on the wrong thing? We use our devices for everything now, for banking, shopping, connecting with friends and family, and it's stressful to have to constantly worry if your data is safe while you're just trying to live your life. Good security shouldn't be complicated, and it definitely shouldn't slow you down. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Malwarebytes. It's the next generation of security designed to give you complete peace of mind without requiring a degree in computer science to use it. You just set and forget. With Malwarebytes, you install it once and it just works. It provides top-tier protection against malware, spyware, ransomware, all the hits, all the big ones, all the nasty stuff. And it even cleans up existing infections and optimizes your device. It's like having a security expert monitoring your devices 24/7. I spent nearly 20 years in the IT industry, and I trust Malwarebytes for all my security needs. Go to lvx.be/mwb, shop the different subscription tiers. You got single devices or family plans. You can look at their VPN option and ad blocking. Try it risk-free today. lvx.be/mwb. Get yourself a nice discount and help us out in the process. Do you ever feel like you're staring at your screen through a thick layer of fog? You've got the coffee, you've got the to-do list, but your brain just isn't clicking into gear. Most of us just reach for another hit of caffeine, but that usually just leads to a crash, not a breakthrough. It's time to upgrade your cognitive fuel with psilocybin. This isn't just another supplement, it's a powerhouse of magical mushrooms that's been used for centuries to support mental clarity. It's the key weapon for anyone who needs to stay sharp and focused for the long haul. Psilocybin works by supporting your brain's natural ability to grow and repair neurons. We're talking improved memory, sharper concentration, and a steady flow of mental energy that doesn't leave you jittering, just alert. Whether you're grinding through a complex project, studying for a big exam, or you're just trying to stay locked in on what you're doing, this is the clarity you've been looking for. Stop struggling with the fog and start tapping into your full potential. Go to lvx.be/soul, get 30% off your order, help us out a little bit in the process. That's lvx.be/soul. All right, previews. Friday, July 10th, One Friday Fights 161. We do know the Inner Circle main event is Joshua Pascio versus Mansour Malashiev for the strawweight MMA title. Also on the 10th, PFL MENA 10. This one was rescheduled from June to now. Still features all the same fighters. The main fights are Hatan Al Saif versus Dania Ohachi. I think I said that right. And Malik Basahel versus Imad El Azami. All right, this is why we're here. Saturday, July 11th, UFC 329. Did you ever think you'd see Conor McGregor's name on a headline again?
It sure didn't feel like it for a while, but here we are.
Knock on wood, bruh. We are amidst the fight week of a Conor McGregor main event. And I'm excited. I'm like sort of apprehensive though, like I'm not trying to jinx anything, but you know, I'm sort of like, it's in the back of my mind, like what if he pulls out, you know, like we got for like what was it, like UFC 300 or 303 or something like that it was, where it was the Chandler fight when he ended up pulling out like sort of last minute. But yeah, this one feels like it's for real. You know, we've seen videos of him, you know, he's signing posters, he showed up at Vegas. He'll probably be there. But man, this is exciting. Not just for like his comeback, but this card is like genuinely good.
Let's start from the bottom up. In the early prelims, we have Alessandro Costa versus Cody Durden. Ryan Gandra versus Zachary Reese. Farid Basharat versus Ethan Ewing.
This is definitely one to watch for.
Yes.
This is a good fight. Ethan Ewing, he has looked insane in some of his last performances. This American dude, I think he was one of the people that beat, not Cameron Smotherman, the other like younger black dude that one of the prospects we were following.
Wellmaker, yeah.
He was one of the people. He was actually the first one to beat Wellmaker. Yeah, he's looked good, man. He's looked really good. Definitely, I think this is where I'm gonna start watching. I think this is one of the fights to tune up for.
Well, it would be cool, but I think he is injured.
Is he?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Will be.
Our UFC says he had a penis injury, but I don't believe them. I'm trying to figure out. What happened?
He's fighting John Garza, so it is a replacement.
Wait, so Wait, so Ewing gets out or Basharat is out?
Ewing is out.
No, rip. All right. Well, Basharat's at least like still ranked, I think.
15.
So it's something to look forward to. But yeah, definitely loses a bit of steam.
Damian Pinas versus Cesar Almeida. And rounding off the early prelims, number 8, Tracy Cortez versus number 12, Wang Kong.
Hey, Wang's out for Kong.
Wang's
Yeah,
out.
that's a good fight too. It's a hard fight. Tracy Cortez. Yeah, that should be a good one.
Into the prelims, Luke Riley versus Kai Kamaka III. Cody Garbrandt versus Adrian Yanez.
That's a good fight. That should be a very nice striking match. I don't know, man. I feel like Yanez, as of late, I mean, he's collected some losses a few years ago. You know, I thought he was going to be one of the people at the top of the bantamweight division, but it's been a rough, you know, ever since. I think it was the Puerto Rican dude he lost to, the Unk in the bantamweight division. Oh, he's bald now. I'm blanking on the name now. Hold on.
Oh, we lost Isaac.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there he is.
I blinked so hard I apparently crashed out as well. Let's see. Oh, what's his name? Bantamweight division. Oh, he's not even here anymore. Rob Font. I can't believe I forgot about his name. Ever since that Rob Font loss, it's been very rough for him. But this is a winnable fight, especially against someone old like Cody Garbrandt. Definitely not nowhere near his prime. I think baseline it'll be a good fight, but I'm hoping Yanez can get the win.
Gable Stevenson has been moved out of the main portion. He's now on the prelims here. There's Elisha Ellison? Elisha? I'm going with Elisha.
This is a pretty huge fight. Like, the UFC has been sort of, I mean, John Jones is like actually directly behind Gable Stevenson, like training him pretty directly. And then, I don't know, the UFC has been hyping up Gable Stevenson for some time now. We've seen him get some pretty vicious knockouts outside the UFC. But this is his debut. I mean, he was on the main card. I'm not sure, I guess, what was behind the decisions moving down to the prelims, but this is definitely one to watch out for. One to definitely star in the prelims. Let's see what he actually looks like now that he's in the UFC. Only 3 fights.
And capping off the prelims, Nikita Krylov versus Robert Whittaker. This is Whittaker's light heavyweight debut.
Yeah, I'm nervous for this one. Definitely want Whittaker to get the win, but I feel like, especially at light heavyweight, we could see him get hurt. I mean, we saw him get hurt pretty easily at middleweight, but at light heavyweight, I don't know. I just don't want to see my boy start. But yeah, a very nice fight. You know, a former champion. Very nice fight to have on the end of the prelims.
Anything on the prelims or early prelims that make you would be confident stamping with the like boxing fan approval or boxing fan approved or like ONE FC fan approved? One for the
Probably
strikers.
like Krylov Whitaker is probably number one. The Garbrandt fight, I mean, I can't say that, not at this stage, but I want to say that if old Cody Garbrandt showed up. I don't know. What do you think, Isaac?
Yeah, I think the Garbrandt Giannis fight, someone's getting knocked out. When it comes to like the Stevenson fight, and I guess some of the others on the early prelims, like there's probably going to be some wrestling involved, but if you're talking about like boxing only, I feel like this Garbrandt Giannis fight is going to be pretty striking heavy, and most likely someone is getting put down.
Into the main portion, King Green versus Terrence McKinney, starting us off.
Yeah, this one is a boxing friendly one. This fight is ending in a round. Like if this goes to a second round, then there's genuinely a curse when it comes to the UFC casual predictions we make. This has got to be ending quickly. Terrence McKinney fights almost like never go into the second round. King Green also like a very good striker. He's getting his own UFC custom shorts for this fight as well. But yeah, I don't see this one going into the second round. Both of these dudes are strikers. They both have like this mentality where either you're getting knocked out or I'm getting knocked out, but someone's going down. Yeah, this one is probably going to be exciting, and it's probably the reason why they put it as the opener to the card as well.
Ooh, this is the one I'm looking forward to. Brandon Royval versus Lanier Kavanaugh.
Big step up for Kavanaugh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a badass fight. Really badass fight. Kavanaugh, he's had some setbacks, but he's slowly but surely kind of chipping his way up the ladder. And I mean, we saw Royval, have an insane fight with Joshua Van. I mean, he doesn't back down for anything. And I mean, this is could be a make it or break it moment. Like if Kavanaugh is elite, like Royval is there for the taking. And losing here would definitely be a pretty solid setback. But I mean, winning with the state of the flyweight division right now, I mean, he would be really lined up for a title shot if he won this fight. And same goes for Royval. I mean, I'm sure he wants that rematch against Joshua Van, and he can't afford to lose his ranking here if he wants that anytime soon.
Yeah, this is a huge moment for Kavanaugh. Definitely his biggest step up so far, I think. But yeah, man, it's a tough outing. Royval's, I mean, his name is literally Raw Dog, but he's got some serious dog in him. But let's see, man. I don't know. Kavanaugh looked tremendous in his last fight. Really, he's really growing into his own fighting style. Looking way better technically. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun fight. But yeah, let's see. I think it'd definitely be better for the division if Kavanaugh won, just because new faces, in that. But yeah, definitely gonna be a good fight.
Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Bautista.
Yeah. This is going to be, this, they really showed out. They never show out on Conor McGregor cards, ever. It's usually a desert of nothing and then the Conor fight. But I don't know, something, maybe Paramount or maybe just Conor being out for as long as he has been, has changed that. But every fight on this main card is seriously competitive. I mean, Batista got a lot of shit from us from the Aldo fight, but he's since redeemed himself with, especially how he performed in the Usman fight and kind of the wins he's picked up along the way. And Sandhagen, he's still maintained his striking prowess. I mean, he's not lost a step in that regard. I mean, this will be a fight that'll be favorable to his style, but certainly up there in age. So you don't know if you're going to see him fall off the wagon here, but I think this is going to be a really competitive fight.
Yeah. Man, Batista looked really good in that Umar fight. Definitely redeemed himself. And then Sandhagen, man, he's been here for years, like in that sort of like 3 to 5 ranking, maybe sometimes number 2. But he just seemingly can't get over that hump, like that final step to make it a champion status. But yeah, this is a tough fight. Batista is for real very well rounded. But yeah, Sandhagen, he's got a lot of experience. He's fought, Petr Yan. He fought Marab? Right, he fought Marab, right? I think he did.
Bautista?
Yeah, no, Sandhagen.
Oh, Sandhagen, yes.
Yeah, just a very, very good fighter. A fun style to watch. I feel like this is gonna be a fun fight to watch. There might be some wrestling, but I feel like both of these dudes are sort of striking oriented, so yeah, it should be a fun watch.
Co-main event: Benoit Saint-Denis versus Paddy Pimblett.
Yeah. Yeah, this is honestly maybe the fight I'm most excited for, especially considering like both of their styles. Paddy Pimblett, I mean, he had a great fight with Justin Gaethje his last time out. Took a lot of damage, but he's back in it. And man, he's back in it with immediately someone that sort of mirrors a style to Justin Gaethje. I mean, just pure like pressure. Always walking forward. I mean, his nickname is the God of War for a reason. This is gonna be a fun fight. There'll probably be some wrestling involved. BSD likes to mix some in, but yeah, this should be a high-paced fight, and there may be a finish. I feel like.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some major improvements from Paddy this time around. I mean, he has the talent to actually challenge for the championship in this division, but he's got to clean up his striking defense. He can't, just wade into danger like he did last time. I'm expecting improvements. I think we'll see him. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really, really good fight. He's certainly durable enough to go the distance here. But I am interested to see how he's worn that damage with the Gaethje fight, because most people who fight Gaethje aren't the same afterwards when you take that kind of damage. And I do wonder, even though Paddy's pretty young and that was his first time in a real war, I wonder if he's is going to show any residual effects of that.
I saw something that was talking about how Paddy noticed how his stock has risen since he lost to Gaethje. Do you think it was people wanting to see him smacked in the mouth, pretty much? And then
Paddy?
Yeah, and then he paid his penance with the
he took
loss.
a brutal beating, but I mean, I think everyone walked away from that fight thinking damn, he's very least this dude. He has dog in him. He's tough, very resilient. I mean, he didn't give up in that fight. I mean, he somehow made it to the final bell. Somehow.
And main event: Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway 2. What weight class did they fight at the first time?
Probably 145, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, I thought it was featherweight.
Yeah, because this was it was very early on in Conor. It might have been actually his first fight, or one of his first fights. They met very early on in their careers, UFC careers. But yeah, this will be at 170. Man, there's a lot of questions surrounding this fight. McGregor, obviously coming off that like bad injury to his leg. On top of that, he's been off for like 5-6 years now. All that time, Max Holloway, he's been getting his rounds in, definitely improving. He's definitely showed. I mean, he obviously got knocked out against Taporia, but he has looked pretty good outside of that. I think that's probably my biggest question is like, what will McGregor actually look like? And normally, whenever we're like talking about this, like a 5-year layoff, you're gonna expect like he's just gonna look washed, a shell of himself. But yeah, I mean, the one thing he does have is like the size advantage going into this. I mean, he should be a decent bit bigger than Holloway. I mean, he's been bulking up for years now. There should be like no weight cut issues for both of them going into this fight. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. McGregor, he has surprised, throughout his career, he has surprised a lot. The Aldo fight, Jad Mendez, Eddie Alvarez. He's had like a lot of surprising performances, and if he ended up getting a win against Max Holloway, I mean, that would be outrageous. While I sort of want to say, like, I do think Max Holloway is going to win, but I wouldn't be like absurdly shocked if McGregor found a way to pull an upset here as well. Just because, I mean, his career has sort of been just exactly that.
Yeah, I mean, normal thinking, just taking all the fan stuff away from this fight, this is Max's fight to lose. But that being said, I'm kind of rooting for Connor to actually show up and be, some semblance of his former self. I mean, it really is a shame how his career's gone, like taking the Mayweather fight and then just every step since then feeling like a mistake or just like a wasted opportunity. And, he's come back from this leg injury and he has been consistently training. He bulked up to it looked like he was over 200 pounds at one point. He put on some serious muscle and then cut back down to what looks like a lean size. So I expect him to be physically or at least athletically there, but it's so hard not taking any actual fights. Like, you could spar all you want, but I mean, there's something about being under the lights and having a real live body in front of you that you can't replicate in the gym. And I mean, Max almost feels like he's at the height of his powers. I mean, he lost to Oliveira, but that was because he had no wrestling game. When he's fought Poirier and Gaethje, he completely dominated them on the feet. I mean, his striking, seems like at its peak. And so, if McGregor's going to have some kind of flash of his old self if he wants a chance here. Otherwise, he's going to get really styled on and probably hurt. But, I mean, I'm going to kind of turn my brain off here, and I'm just going to root for a Conor comeback, right? I mean, if he successfully wins this, I think there's certainly a possibility we get one or two more fights out of him, and it would be nice to see a bit of a redemption arc with this guy, like actually return to what he was good at for good and just focus on the UFC instead of like politics or punching old men in a bar or whatever else he's been doing all these years.
Movies.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be crazy if he won because, like, after this fight, he only has, I think it's one or two more fights. I think maybe just one more fight on his contract with the UFC. And if he, just hypothetically, let's say he beats Holloway, I mean, it would be an outrageous win. I mean, 5 years off. I mean, it's crazy to think about if he actually gets it done. It would be a massive addition to his resume on top of him, being a double champion. But if he gets it done, do you think they directly give him a title shot? I think considering his status and the fact that he'd have a win over someone like Max Holloway, who is at the top of the lightweight division, do you think it warrants a title shot? Considering he would only have that one fight left in the UFC?
I wouldn't say it's warranted, but I would say that they give it to him for the stuff that you outlined. It's a decent win. He's last fight on the contract. He's on his way out the door. Make it go out with a bang.
Yeah, I mean, that would so. I mean, I guess it's not pay-per-view anymore, but I feel like that would draw in a lot of eyes, especially if he gets the win here. You know, let's just say it's like a knockout victory over Holloway. I mean, there would be a ton of hype going into that next fight if he can get it. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this main event, man. I mean, it's Conor McGregor fight week. I mean, this matchup is tremendous. Should be a guaranteed like fun fight. We were talking about earlier about boxing friendly matchups. This is one of them. Both of them, you know, normally striking heavy, kicks mixed in. It should be fun. I'm excited.
Ooh. That's all we got, though. UFC 329.
Yeah, this is a big one. This is a big one.
All right. Well, as we head into UFC 329, parting words.
Sort of weird, man. We're back in the McGregor fight era. It's, I don't know, and I feel like we'll definitely feel it more. I guess we get closer to fight day or fight night rather. But yeah, man, this is one of the big ones of the year. You know, we're coming off that White House card. Yeah, I mean, just enjoy it. This is gonna be a big one.
Yeah, it definitely makes up for us not having anything on July 4th proper. But I mean, to have such a big card right after Freedom 250, like I totally agree. I mean, what a blessing that feels like, and to have it be the Conor fight that, you know, we've waited on for several years now. So should be exciting. Can't wait to see how it plays out.
Who are you guys going for in the World Cup now that the U.S. is out? U.S., Mexico, Canada are out.
Oh, Argentina or Norway with their Holland guy that they've got.
Giant
He's
Viking
been sensational.
Yeah, Norway's chill. Honestly, bro, I need Argentina to lose at like any cost. At any cost. So yeah, anything to make that
Ronaldo
happen.
fan.
Yeah, anything to make that happen.
Yeah, I think I'm going for. There's this. I don't know if it's a conspiracy, but it's like a stat. The team that knocks out Japan, the team that beats them, wins the World Cup, and that right now is Norway. They beat Brazil, who knocked out Japan.
Ooh.
And it's happened every single World Cup that Japan has advanced.
I would not be upset with a Norway win.
Well, that's it for this edition of the Ultimate Fucking Casuals. We'll see you on the other side of 329.